Hey there, welcome back to my studio for another episode of Yap and Draw, where I yap and draw, and maybe you can draw, but you can yap, but I'm not going to hear you yapping. So Halloween is coming up, and people like to dress their pets up in little costumes. In the past, I've dressed up Rowan as a hot dog, and Tug as a devil, and Crawdad as a pumpkin, which she is a cute little sweet pumpkin. And I've also even done Kelso as a ghost. I probably will not be doing horse costumes much in the future because you can't just go out and buy a horse costume. I actually had to make the costume. And believe it or not, I'm not an amazing seamstress, so it was not an easy task. But it was fun to go on a trail ride and have a spooky ghost horse. I had to be very careful to make sure it looked like a ghost, and I think you know what I mean when I say that. And as far as my dogs go, they are basically just whatever the pet store has in their size. Especially Rowan, he can only wear like extra large costumes. So anyway, I thought it'd be fun to design my pets in like a monster-y Halloween themed creature way. So I'm gonna start with Kelso and then do Rocky, Rowan, and Junebug. I've already had a costume for Kelso and Rowan, but I've never had one for Rocky or Junebug, and I never will. So I'm just gonna start with something easy. I'm gonna do Kelso as a ghost. Kelso is my 13 or 14-year-old gelding, flea-bitten gray Arabian quarter horse gelding. If you don't know what a gelding is, it's a boy horse that is no longer with his manhood, RAP manhood. And he's gonna be a ghost again, but he's gonna be a spookier ghost because he's gonna be kind of a Breelish ghost. So I'm just gonna do kind of a mixture of a classic ghoul where maybe he has like the ghost eyes as a part of his body, and it's gonna be like torn cloths and stuff, and maybe some like corpsey, ghosty legs sticking out the bottom with like a wispy tail kind of situation. I wanted to add the candle design in there because ghosts are in graveyards and funeral homes a lot, and I feel like candles are kind of associated with that. And I wanted to give him shackles. I don't really know why shackles are associated with ghosts, other than maybe like they're shackled to the earth. They can't go be in heaven or whatever, which is cringe and not Christian based or pilled. So anyway, that is the general gist of the design. I might put like a little tombstone back here to give him the vibes. I just wanted to kind of slap some color down. I feel like my first drawings are always worse than the next ones because I'm kind of warming up with drawing and I don't really know how I want it to look yet. So I just put some ghostly kind of corpse blue down and some grayish blue. And then I don't want like it to be clean white, so I put some yellow in there to kind of make it have like a dirty old flavor, but also his mane is kind of yellow from being dirty. So I think it reflects well back on that. It took me a second to get in the flow of this one, but I think after a while it kind of came together. I really like the green mixed in with the grays here. I think that added a lot to the vibes. Of course, more about the vibes on this one apparently. And this is how it kind of ended up looking. I think it looks kind of like a storybook horse almost. I can't tell if it's really all that creepy or cute. I don't know. It's a ghost horse. Anyway, that's Kelso. Next, I'm going to be drawing Rocky. If you don't know, Rocky is my most recent pet. He is a kitten our friend found and gave to us who was a bit of a rescue rehab case. He was a bit beaten up. So I thought I'd draw him as a zombie because that's what he would be if we didn't have him. Rocky's really easy to draw because I draw cats a lot and just cats are really easy and teddy bear-ish and cute. Easy second drawing. I'm gonna do the classic zombie brains thing, and maybe he has like a squinty eye, so I thought maybe what if the eye was like popped out of his head. And I'm going to give him some like exposed bone limbs, like his flesh is rotted off or been like ripped off by the zombie that caused him to be a zombie. And maybe some like exposed ribbage here for some fun effect. I kind of like this design. He's like kind of a cute, kind of like those zombie animals or something from Hot Topic a long time ago. So I'm just going to put some green down to show that he is sick and gross and dead and a corpse around his like brown tabby coloring. And I'm gonna do some yellow on the bone because we don't like white clean bones. We like dirty bone. And of course some red because he dead. I thought maybe I should do like a bluish corpsey color, but you know, whatever, who cares? I did what I did, and it's done, and it cannot be undone. But I did make the brain kind of blue because he's dead, so I imagine like there's no oxygen in the brain, and maybe it's like the blue, but also like gradient colors are cool on zombies and stuff. So to finish it up, I thought I would do some like mysterious green goo on the ground around him, just cause why not? It's spooky, it's aesthetic, it's the moment. So that's Rocky as a zombie. This is exactly what he'd look like if he wasn't saved and taken off the road with a shovel in a comic Looney Tune way. Next up is Rowan. Rowan is my 10-year-old Pit Bull Lab Pyrenees Rottweiler mix. I had a DNA test done. That's exactly what he is, with some other crap in it. He's a good boy. He has been with us since he was 2. We adopted him, and he is going to be a vampire today because he has this cool little widow's peak on his face. And that's the only justification I need to make him a vampire. I did his little widow peak design, maybe gave him some like Dracula vampire fangs, and I gave him some wings coming out of his neck because it's just cool and bat-like. Of course, every vampire needs a cape with a little pumpkin-y ornament in the middle, and I gave him like a standing pose where he's going like blah blah. That's what vampires do, right? It's not offensive to vampire people, is it? He's doing a little tiny pose. He's up on his legs. He's acting creepy crawly. And that's kind of it design-wise. Maybe his tongue's out because I'm being prejudiced to vampires again with their blah activities. And I just did his basic coloring because I think he's handsome and he feels vampire-y anyway, like a golden vampire. So he's got his like tan color and he's got red eyes because he's so evil. And I gave him like blue ears, tongue, and like the wing membrane because vampires are technically dead. So maybe like there's no warm blood flow. So he's just got that blue-ishness to him that makes him feel cold and evil. Yeah, and you gotta get the black and red cape in there. And then I finished up with like a blue to red shadow as like a, there's blood here, but there's not blood because I don't know what makes YouTube mad. So that is Rowan as a vampire. He would be a very handsome vampire, but he would also be too nice. And actually, no, he's killed many rats and varmints, so I don't think he has anything against killing. Next is Junebug. I haven't talked about Junebug a ton because everyone loves Jelly. Jelly is beautiful. We love Jelly, but Junebug is my other donkey that I got as a friend for Jelly. She's a 2-year-old miniature donkey. She looks really similar to Jelly, but she's different because she is a darker gray. She has taller ears. She has a longer primordial stripe on her shoulder. She has zebra stripes on her legs. They're not very strong. They look kind of like the fudge stripping in the ice cream. And instead of a white belly and white feet, she has gray feet and a black belly. So she's just kind of darker. She's just slightly different. She's like dark mode Jelly. So thought I'd give her some love. Her main personality is that she's kind of naughty. I think it has more to do with her age since she's only 2, so she's considered a baby still. They're not mature till they're about 4 or 5. So she'll like shove Jelly out of the way for attention and kind of like kick and pin her ears, and like she'll also get zoomies and like run all around the pasture, and she'll like do drive-by, like she'll nip them and run to like get them to play. It's really cute actually. So I thought I'd make Junebug into a simple little devil. So I gave her taller ears and I gave her these devil horns, just like a basic classic devil. And I just gave her like kind of like a down pose just cause it was cute and the mood I was in to draw. And I gave her these devil wings with a little claw at the end. And I finished up with a devil kind of tipped tail. So as far as coloring goes, I wanted to do like the darker gray. I gave her like the black belly. And on her muzzle, like the parts that are white on her are more yellow tinted, whereas Jelly's are kind of a grayish white. So I did like a tan beige-ish muzzle and ear. And then of course you have to do the flames of hell because she is an imp of hell. And that is Junebug as a devil. And she is cute and I love her, and donkeys are just the best. So that is my pets as Halloween concept-y monster designy things. Let me know which one was your favorite. I encourage you to go out and draw your pets as little Halloween style things or creepy guys. And maybe even design your pet's own costume. If I can make a horse costume with no real sewing abilities, I think you can. So maybe just draw something out and make it real. Do something with your life. Anyway, have a good Halloween. Stay safe. Keep your pets up. I hear if you let your pets out, especially cats on Halloween, people will be stomping their heads in. Don't fact check me on that. It's like a myth or a urban legend or whatever, but still, I think you shouldn't let your cats out in general. Doesn't sound very safe. Check your candy for razor blades, and I will see you next time. Bye.